Good evening, junkies. Welcome to EminiJunkie.com, your ES Trading Mentor's free trading video for Friday, October 7th, 2011. Today we have a total of 10 executable trade signals for a max potential of 54 ES ticks. This video is for educational purposes only, is intended to highlight our high probability trade setups and give you a feel for the quantity of trades taken each trading day using this approach. A full trading plan and daily live trading room can be accessed at our website at EminiJunkie.com. Okay, this morning at 8:30 we had the non-farm payroll come out, and that pushed up to the 73-75 area, and the market sold off that level, and we were in what we call a high probability gap trade range, as we had a signal, and that allows us to take a signal pre-market, and that did produce targets 1 and targets 2 trading towards what would have been the theoretical half gap at the time of the entry. That was for 20 ticks. We ended up pushing down after that and opened right around 1165.75, and the market was still in its downtrend. It went ahead and filled its half gap there on the open. You can see it kind of started moving a little bit of sideways there for a bit of a time as it went down to the previous day's high and found support, but stayed beneath our moving average, continued trading down, ultimately filled its 4 o'clock gap, bounced back up to our moving average, filled its 4:15 gap, and then at that point it kind of just hung out there for a little bit of time and then quickly moved up through our moving average, giving an extension entry after that large down move for targets 1 and targets 2 for 6 ticks to the upside. After 10 o'clock we had another push down through our moving average. This one we were able to get our first contract off, but this big push up that we had when it hit the 4 o'clock close and bounced through our moving average up to the half gap, that was enough of a swing to stop us out of our second position. So that's going down as a T1 minus 2, even though it did go down and ultimately hit its target. This up thrust that took up to the half gap ended up stopping us out of our balance of our move. And then after it hit that 4:15 close, you can see how it made this quick V pattern. That's a heads up for an extension. We had a hard time finding an initial entry because of the previous swing high, but after it cleared the half gap and pushed up again, it actually gave a nice signal entry there, which ended up hitting targets 1 and targets 2 for 9 ticks to the upside off that extension entry. Pushed back up near the open, kind of meandered sideways there for a bit before quickly dropping down, giving us a signal short. Ended up producing targets 1 and targets 2 to the downside as it pushed in to its 10:45 confirmation time. The market continued to roll to the downside until later in the morning. We made it into our 11:30 reversal time. That's this gray area you see here. You can see it pushed in near the Globex low right around 53, and then there was a violent move to the upside. This move was so quick there wasn't any opportunity for us to do anything prior to the lunchtime dead zone. Now the red area you see on the chart, that is the lunchtime dead zone. We do not initiate any new trades there. You can see this lighter red area, that is the reversal time frame. The market actually did put in a high at that point and did reverse right on cue. Pushed down to the daily pivot, found a little bit of support before dropping off a little more so into the 115. After 115 we can start looking for trades again, and we had a nice signal entry as we crossed through the moving average to the upside. That produced targets 1 and targets 2 for 5 ticks. And then we came back down through our moving average, got a signal short. Luckily for us, this was a strong move to the upside when we had this signal. Luckily we were able to get the first contract off before being stopped out of the bounce position. So that only ended up as a T1 minus 2. And then that quick move went into an extension, targets 1 and targets 2, 11 ticks to the upside. And you can see the moving average held the market all the way up past the 2:30 reversal time, at which time there was a signal to the downside. Beautiful signal, everything looked good to go. Unfortunately for us, when it popped up here, this move to the upside was enough to give us a full stop out, and luckily so, because the market continued to climb higher there. So we happily took that full stop out, and shortly thereafter there was a reversal of signals, went long, targets 1 and targets 2, 9 ticks to the upside. So very active Friday, but a great day. Started off with a morning half gap fill that added 20 ticks to this tick total here. If you weren't in that half gap, you would have 9 trades for 34, but We count the half gaps when it sets up according to our rules, and that's 10 trades for 54 ES ticks. I want to thank you for watching. For more details on this plan, including all the chart setups, or to join our live trading room and video newsletter, please visit EminiJunkie.com or just simply click the link at the top of the screen. Thanks, and make it a great day.